Let me tell you how you're a scientist. I'm very surprised you're saying no, because actually there are two things, scientifically speaking, that actually prove this fact. One is the theory of thermodynamics. Yeah. The theory of thermodynamics proves time. No, it proves that.
I agree with you. I agree with you. There must have been a cause to the universe, and it has to be space and timeless.
That's right.
My problem is that you assume there must be time before the universe.
Okay, even if you don't agree with that, there was a thing called time. If you go with the A theory of time, you still got the issue. How did the universe get to existence? So, go ahead.
You just said thermodynamics means that there must be
Second law of thermodynamics. And also the fact that...
What does that mean?
No, let me just finish off.
You tell me what that means.
No, let me give you the
energy running
You said that in the universe, but you're saying that because of the role of thermodynamics, there must have been before. No, because we only know of the role of thermodynamics within the universe. We haven't gone outside.
Even if you say that, even if you have an objection to the word before, what I'm saying to you is let me take the word before out. Fine. Let's say that the universe has a cause. Now I want you to disprove me. It's my statement. The universe has a cause. Okay, so you agree with it? You don't agree with it? So we have a cause in this universe?
No, because you can say, I don't know.
So you go against science. So it's funny you go against science.
Tell me what science says.
Let me tell you what science says. Hold on.
Just be very specific. Let me be specific. Day in, day out. None of them believe what you're telling me.
That's what you think. If you even read...
I work with quantum physicists.
No, hold on.
My business is in solar energy.
I don't care.
Do you know it's important because you seem to be chatting.
Let me tell you, my friend, what's your name again?
Yes.
Listen to me carefully, yeah? You're saying you're working with scientists on a daily basis.
Physicists.
Well, that's the kind of scientist.
Because a biochemist is not going to know about...
Okay, fine. Now, first of all...
I know about thermodynamics.
Fine. But what I'm saying to you is something more at the core of this, which is the following. I'm saying to you that science has a certain parameter which you can work within. When we talk about before the universe, no scientist can help you. It's about philosophy now. Okay, fine. So I'm talking to you not scientifically now. I'm talking to you about philosophy. What I'm saying is that if you believe in the beginning of the universe, there must have been a cause, and that's a philosophical argument. The beginning of the universe, you believe in the beginning of the universe.
The thing with philosophy...
But you believe in the beginning of the universe. Alright, so what was the cause of the universe? You don't know. Fine. So if you don't know, okay, what made it happen?
I don't know.
I can tell you, yeah, that's right. What I'm going to say to you is the following. What we know for sure is this, that this cause had to be eventually uncaused. Okay, you're saying no. Let me tell you why that has to be the case. Now let me tell you why. And you can try and disprove my theory. If you want to disprove it, you can try and disprove it. And I'll give you the option to do that as well. This cause had to be uncaused, and it had to be eternal. And it had to have the creative capacity to be able to change the situation. If that wasn't the case, we would not have the universe. That is because if you say that there was some energy, or anything you want to say, another universe, before the universe, and before that there was another universe, and you know very well that this would lead to an infinite regress.
That's a logical fallacy called a special pleading fallacy. It's a special pleading fallacy.
Tell me why it's logical fallacy.
Because the conclusion that you draw from because the conclusion...
What's your name? Shahid. Alright. You're saying it's a logical fallacy.
Yeah.
Hold on. Before you say it's a logical fallacy, your name is Shahid. Shane. Alright. Fine. You're saying it's a logical fallacy. I want you to explain, because you seem to be using jargon which is philosophical. I'm not convinced you understand this jargon. Explain to the people.
I haven't even explained to it, but you have reached the conclusion that I don't understand the jargon. How exactly? That's an arrogant stance.
No. I'm going to ask you to do something.
Yeah, but how did you reach that conclusion that I have no...
I'm asking you to explain what this is.
No, I want you to explain how did you reach the conclusion that I have no understanding of
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. No, look, I'll handle it. Look.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I don't need you to like me. I don't need you to respect me. The point I'm going to make is that I've seen this
I'm speaking to you. Then can you say out?
Yeah, sure.
Fine. So here we go. So
let me now take a bit of control.
take it. Fine. Go ahead.
You want to have a chat with me about Islam? Let's forget about this conversation about moral philosophy. Let's talk about Islam.
I agree with that. Fine.
That's what I was focused on.
That's fine.
I'm
with that.
No point in that.
I'm with that.
Fine. Talking about a little bit, but no.
Fine. I'm with you. Yes. Go
My
ahead.
question to you is about Islam.
Yes. How do you know?
Were you born Muslim?
I think we all were born Muslim in a sense.
No, are you born Muslim?
You know that.
I'm not talking about the fitra, I'm talking about you.
My parents were Muslim, yeah.
So most
my family
Muslims
is split between Christian and Muslim.
So most Muslims are born Muslim. That's important to know.
Pardon?
Most Muslims are born Muslim.
Yeah, okay, so most atheists, look, let me say this argument, once again, using your
You don't know what my
explanations.
argument is. You haven't heard me. You haven't let me.
So most Christians are born Christian. Most atheists that have children. Yeah, I agree with that actually. Yeah, you're right.
Most Muslims.
You're backing me up. You're an atheist. Right?
Most Muslims.
I'm not an atheist.
Oh, alright, yeah.
I'll back you on the idea of God.
That's how I thought this atheist was on my side there.
This is what? That's stereotyping.
Because he was talking about, anyways, no, it's not stereotyping. You're the one who's stereotyping the Muslims, saying they're all born Muslim.
No, I think most Muslims, stereotyping means you're not saying Muslims are born Muslim.
Most everything is born everything.
I agree, because that's how religions work.
Yeah, that's right.
Actually, Dawah is not the reason that there's Muslims. Most of the reason that there's Muslims
It's about according to Pew Research, it's about 6 million converts to Islam per year.
and there's
That's the size of Ireland.
Yeah,
It's quite big.
There's 2 billion Muslims.
Yeah, that's right. So
It's nothing.
No, it's not nothing. It's
No,
significant.
because the Pew Research doesn't look at apostasy. So he doesn't know how many
No, it
people
doesn't
leave.
look at apostasy.
No, it doesn't.
How are you telling me?
How many apostates are there yet?
I run apostasy stuff. I know what the research is. I
Go
know
back to
research.
Pew Research. Look at the demographics. They'll tell you that there are about 5 point something million converts to Islam per year, and they'll tell you also that there are X amount of apostates, and they'll tell you that. Okay, the same thing could be said about conversion.
That's done in US.
How many converts did you say?
Islam.
How many converts
They don't want to tell their parents. No, it's true, it's true. It works both ways, but it doesn't. It does work both ways.
You say 8 million people convert to Islam?
6.
Okay. Is anyone here, I don't remember it, remember the number of people in Saudi Arabia?
23 million.
Okay, what's 6% of 23 million? Do the math.
6%?
Yeah.
Why are you talking about 6%?
That's how many people that they found are atheists in Saudi Arabia based on survey. That's only in Saudi
I'm not
Arabia.
saying, look, what I'm
Morocco,
saying to you,
Egypt.
you're an example of someone that's left Islam. What I'm saying to you is that there are probably more, I would say more examples of people that come into Islam. So whether you've left Islam or people come into Islam, that's not neither here nor there. Fine, who cares? It doesn't prove our points. That's
When you came here, you asked me the question, why did I leave Islam?
Yeah.
And then
you asked me a question.
Then you went into like, you're the same stuff. I've seen it. I know this stuff, but I used to do that. So I understand. My point is, you're going to have to answer about why let's should talk about it.
Yeah, you want me to answer, you're asking me a question right now. Why am I Muslim?
I think even let's
Let me answer that. Let me answer that so you can have that. So the first thing I said to you.
Because I want to be able to respond to that.
Yeah, fine. All right. I think that's a good question. I think that's a fair enough question. Honestly, I do think that's a fair enough question. The first thing I said to you was that there's theological consistency. I personally believe that the idea of one God, not 3 or none, is more consistent than 3 or none, or a multiplicity of God. That's the first thing I said. The second thing I'll say to you is that I believe that the Quran is a miracle in the following way. In the following ways, and I'm leaving it up to you to find. Yeah, this is the first reason is because it's preserved. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran in chapter number 15, verse number 9, "Inna nahnu nazzalna dhikra wa inna lahu lahafidhun." We have certainly sent down the book. We will certainly preserve it. Now, if we compare the Quran to other religious traditions, any ancient religion, you'll find that their religious traditions don't have preserved book. We believe that the Quran is the only preserved book.
It's not preserved.
Okay, that's
There are 7 different versions of the Quran.
And I will leave it up to you guys. Hold on, excuse me, because I don't think you know what you're talking about. If you don't know Arabic,
I haven't said
let me tell you what. Shahid, do you know Arabic? Do you know Arabic?
Yeah, I know Arabic. There's a difference between
تكلم
Maliki
باللغة العربية يا
Yawmiddin
أخي.
and
لا تكلم باللغة
I
العربية.
don't know. I don't speak Arabic. I don't speak
لا
Arabic.
تستطيع. فلا تتكلم إذن. لا تقول أنت تعلم اللغة
حبيبي ما
العربية.
that actually doesn't help you.
You don't know how to do it. He just said he knows Arabic, so I tested his claim.
I can read Arabic.
He turned out to be a liar. Anyways,
Can I make a point? Can I make one point? Can I make one point here? What you just did there, shows one of the problems of Islam. Arabization of other countries.
okay, fine, whatever. Look,
that's
that's a moral issue, and I told you you can't say anything morally.
I can say that.
You said yes, it is. It's a moral
As a
issue.
brown guy,
Excuse me,
who gets
okay.
discriminated.
You know, no, look, yes,
I can say that.
you can say whatever you want. In the Quran it says in chapter number 49, verse number 12, يا أيها الناس إنا خلقناكم من ذكر وأنثى وجعلناكم شعوبا وقبائل لتعارفوا. Inna akramakum 'inda Allahi atqakum. That, O humankind, we have made you from a man and a woman, and we have made you into tribes and nations so that you may get to know each other. That certainly the best of you are those who are most God conscious. In chapter number 30 of the Quran, in chapter number 35 of the Quran, Surah Al-Fatir, it also says that وَمِنَ النَّاسِ وَالدَّوَابِ مُخْتَلِفًا أَلْوَانُهُ كَذَلِكَ إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهَ مِنْ عَبَادِهِ الْعُلَمَاءِ. It says that from the people and from the cattle and from the trees and everything, there are different colors, and that the people who come to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala are those who fear Him. So we don't believe in racism, my friend. So I don't care. In the Quran,
should I say something specific?
Nothing in the Quran can ever tell you that, because
the whole Quran can tell you that.
That it's racist.
No, I didn't say racist. You use that word. Let me use the word now.
So what I'm saying to you is that your color is.
How are you ever going to have a debate?
What is the language?
You're right, I'm wrong.
What is the language of the Quran?
It's Arab, yeah.
What were most of the Sahaba?
Arab.
What was Muhammad?
Arab.
What were most of the Khilafah?
No, that's not that.
Muawiyah's generation were all
That's
Arab.
different.
Muawiyah's generation were mostly Arab.
Nah?
Muawiyah's generation was mostly Arab. And onwards.
No, I would say most of the Khulafa were not Arab.
Who are you talking about?
Well, if you're talking about all of the nations that
The
existed,
Rashidun, all four
most of the
Rashidun.
Muslims in this world are not Arab.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying Khilafah.
Most of the Khulafa were not Arab. In history. Yeah, they're not Arab.
So it's the Rashidun. What were they called?
They were Arabs. That was you have Khulafa Rashidun. Then you have the
Umayyad.
then you have Umayyad
What were
dynasty.
the
Then you have
Umayyad
the
from?
Abbas.
Where were Umayyad from?
The Khulafa Rashidun, then the Umayyad, they were Arabs. Everyone after that
Umayyads
were
were for
not Arabs.
150 years. The Rashidun for 30.
No,
Abbas,
30 years.
Abbas, I agree with you.
Yeah.
That
It's mixed. And then after
my
that,
point is,
the Mongols were not Arabs.
My point is,
The Mongols were not Arabs. The Murabitin were not Arabs.
no.
The Ottomans were not
Right.
Arabs.
So my point is,
And they existed longer than those other.
my point is, you go back towards history, closer towards the prime source. The more you go back, the more Arabic gets.
Okay, that's true. So what?
And to this day, the book is in Arabic. The Hadith and the Sunnah is in
You can't have a book in more than one language. You'll create confusion. And to be honest,
Really, Allah can do anything.
so why is
Allah
the
can
book
do
is in
anything.
Hebrew and Aramaic and not in English then?
But Allah can do anything. Allah can do anything if He wants.
Point is
So why are we?
your objection is on the basis that if it gets translated, then it will all get messed up. And I disagree with
Alright, fine, it's alright.
But Allah can
what
do
I'm
anything.
saying-
You just said
my
something He
point-
can't do. He could have done it in every language.
In the Quran, it gives you an answer to that. In Surah Al-Fussilat, chapter number 41 of the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says,
Skip the Arabic.
well, I'm getting the verse, don't worry, it's coming.
Come to the translation.
ولو أنزل it says
All
ولو
of these are
أنزلناه
human
قرآنا
arguments.
أعجميا
We're talking about
لقالوا
God.
excuse me.
We're talking about God. Go ahead and do it.
It says ولو أنزلناه قرآنا أعجميا لقالوا أعجميا وعربي قل هو. Then the verse goes on. So it says that if we had revealed it in other than Arabic language, they would say, i.e. the audience or the primary audience would say, the Quran is a foreign tongue and he is an Arab man. In other words, here we have two things that go together. The Prophet of Islam and the language of Islam. The language of Islam is Arabic, the Prophet is Islam is an Arab, therefore they must come together. And
You don't have to. No,
okay, fine.
Again, you're
That-
implying that God can't do that.
what I'm saying to you is that
Do you agree that God can do whatever He wants?
he can, but he's decided to do that.
Why?
That's the reason why. In the Quran, it
Because
tells
what
you
it's
the reason
led to is an Arabization of Islam.
why. Well, actually, I disagree with
In
that.
Bangladesh,
I
the
think
kids
that-
are not learning the language, they're learning Arabic.
So what?
That's a problem, mate.
Why is that a problem?
Because if we're treating Arabic as like it's a superior...
Yeah, we believe it's superior.
That's my
Arabic
problem, that's racist.
Arabic
That
language
is
is
racist.
superior.
That
We
is
can have
racist.
no, Arabic
Mate,
language
if I go up to Iraq... I know, but that's a problem.
No,
No. He said something specific. Arabic is a superior language.
But the language is superior. What is the
No,
problem
it's
with
not.
that?
Why is that? I'll tell you why. I'm a white guy. I go up to Iraq and I said, your language, your Arabic language is bullshit. English is the best language in the world. What would you say? What would you say?
But you have to
we
look
don't
at
say
it.
we
What
don't
would you say?
this.
What would you say?
We're not just saying it for no reason. You have
Hold
to
on,
look at
hold
it the way it's
on.
grammatically made.
My friend.
How
Can I tell you something?
Someone who's white can say the same thing. Say, well, you know, it's not racist.
maybe the word
Just say word race. No. So I wouldn't even make the argument. Who cares? Let's go back to
a lot of Muslims would disagree with you. So, like, Dr. Muhammad Hijab, he has Arabic language.